The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin. Sorry about that. Let's switch on the NR800 and try that again. The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin that's perfect for music production, post-production, and live sound. Much better. The NR800 is armed with 8 focusable noise reduction bands and slope-adjustable high-pass and low-pass filters. Noise reduction can be customized with noise reduction and bias modes, high and low noise reduction focus points, and overall noise reduction range and response controls. Each of the 8 bands in the NR800 has a noise reduction amount fader and noise detection threshold, all of which can be bypassed, soloed, or linked to a master band. All 8 bands of noise threshold and reduction gain can be snapped instantly during playback for fast setup. Enough noise about the NR800, let's go over its features in more detail. The global noise reduction controls on the NR800 are managed in the sections that surround the mixer-style noise reduction control section in the lower center of the UI. Pre-filtering, overall noise reduction amount and response time, noise reduction focus points and modes, and most importantly, snap settings for the noise reduction threshold and amount on each band make the NR800 very flexible and easy to operate. The NR800 pre-filter menu in the upper left section of the UI controls the slope-adjustable high-pass and low-pass filters. Filter frequencies can be adjusted by dragging the numbers over the text readout or by simply typing in a number directly. Available filter slopes range from 6 dB per octave to 36 dB per octave. Input and output levels are adjusted via the knobs just to the right of the pre-filter menu section. And the high-pass and low-pass filters can also be enabled or disabled here as well. Input and output signal levels can be monitored with the meters on the lower left and right corners of the UI. Let's move on to the NR800's plot view, which is in the top centered section of the UI and shows the pre-filter and noise reduction response curves. The high-pass and low-pass filter frequencies and noise reduction low and high focus points are also controllable from the plot view. Double-clicking the boxes for either of these features on the plot view will disable that feature, while single-clicking any of them will enable the feature that was clicked. Just to the right of the plot view, the NR800 overall noise reduction range and response time are controlled. Noise reduction can be enabled or disabled here as well, and there is a 2x button for doubling the overall noise reduction amount. To the right just a bit more is the NR800's noise reduction menu. This section controls the low frequency and high frequency noise reduction focus points, labeled NR low and NR high respectively, the noise reduction mode, and the noise reduction bias. The focus points determine what range of frequencies the noise reduction will operate on. Noise reduction mode selects different response options, from smooth at the top of the list to aggressive at the bottom. Last up, noise reduction bias determines snapping characteristics when using the snap threshold and snap gain functions. The snap feature, which is in yellow on the right side of the UI, is probably the best feature in the NR800. This feature is the fastest way to set up the NR800 noise reduction bands, creating an approximate noise reduction setting in, well, a snap. Pressing the snap threshold button sets all noise reduction thresholds based on current signal levels, so it's designed to be used while audio is running through the NR800. Pressing the snap gain button sets all noise reduction gain faders to a level determined by the snap threshold and the noise reduction bias selection. For this reason, it is important to snap the threshold first and then snap the noise reduction gain. Remember to snap the gain again if the noise reduction bias selection is modified. Auditioning different noise reduction modes is also best done once a snap setting has been created. Let's move away from controls that modify the NR800's behavior globally and get into how to control each of the noise reduction bands individually. The lower center section of the NR800 is the noise reduction control section. Each NR800 noise reduction band can be independently modified or linked to a master noise reduction band for control across multiple bands at once. Each band's noise reduction threshold, the signal level at which noise reduction processing is activated, is controlled by an orange marker adjacent to each noise reduction band's meter. Each band's noise reduction gain, the amount of attenuation when signal level falls below the noise reduction threshold, is controlled by the silver fader in each band. Each NR800 noise reduction band can be soloed, individually enabled or disabled, or linked to a master band. Pressing the M button will make any band the master, and pressing the L button will make any band follow control changes from the master band. Holding the Shift key while pressing the M button of any band will cause the L button on all other bands to toggle, instantly linking or unlinking all bands to the selected master band. Additionally, pressing the number of any band will enable or disable it, and clicking any band's speaker icon will enable solo for that band and isolate its frequency range on playback. Click it again to toggle it off. Let's see how all of the NR800's features work in more detail with some examples, starting with the voiceover from the beginning of this video, which has quite a bit of ambient background noises in it. Let's hear what it sounds like before we've done anything with the NR800. The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin. First, I'll use the high-pass filter to get rid of some rumble. I'll leave the response control at its default value since it's already quite fast, and then make use of the snap feature to get myself 90% of the way there. Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin that's perfect for music production, post-production, and live sound. It's on the right track, but I need it to be more aggressive. I'll use the 2x button to double the noise reduction amount to make this happen. The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin that's perfect for music production. The voiceover sounds a bit strange now, and that's because some parts of the signal aren't passing above the threshold. Let's use the Shift-M shortcut to link all the bands together and lower their thresholds. Now I'll lower the gain reduction amount faders to do more gain reduction on each band, and then make tweaks to individual bands if necessary. The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin that's perfect for music production, post-production, and live sound. Lastly, let's experiment and see if we can make this voiceover sound a bit more natural by dialing in a slower response time and turning down the range control. This may increase the overall amount of noise in our signal, but in many post-production situations, a little bit of ambient background noise is desirable. The NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP is a real-time noise reduction processor plugin that's perfect for music production, post-production, and live sound. Now this voiceover is sounding much cleaner without sounding unnatural. Perfect. Next up is a bass guitar with lots of noise. Let's hear it before we've done anything with the NR800. I'll start off with this example in a similar way that I did for the previous one, utilizing the snap feature and doubling the noise reduction amount with the 2x button. But this time, I'm going to dial in the response control to its fastest value. Let's see if there is a different noise reduction bias mode that will get us closer to our desired result. In this case, I like high cut 4. Let's also hear a couple different noise reduction modes. I like smooth 1 in this case. It sounds nice and natural. Again, we're close, but we'll link up these bands for some broadband adjustments and then tweak some individually if necessary. The NR800 is also perfect for taming bleed in drum microphones. Let's see what it can do on a snare mic with lots of bleed. Here's a quick A/B. When it comes to eliminating or taming unwanted noise, all without leaving behind any artifacts or making a signal sound unnatural, the NR800 Noise Reduction Processor by McDSP will get the job done. Interested in learning more? Try out the NR800 free 14-day trial at the link in the description. It can be purchased on its own, and it is also included in the All Access subscription, as well as the Everything Pack and Live Pack 2 plugin bundles. We've linked all of these options in the description as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more McDSP tips and content. Also, feel free to use the links in the description to follow us on other social media platforms. We will see you next time.